So this started as a project last year. Viatech asked us to make a large LED display, but we weren't able to finish it because we didn't have the expertise to make that project. It was very large, so we ended up taking the LEDs and the general idea and turning it into a stage prop. So it was kind of like a pyramid of lights that would light up and change colors and look really cool on stage, but that didn't end up happening because the project was still too big. It required too much power and too much programming knowledge, and it was just very, very complicated, and we kept running into problems with it, so it ended up being scaled down to the signs. So there are signs for the school that just change color, they require much less power, and the programming was a bit easier.
So the year before this project, 2 years ago, we were doing some really big projects for Limbic Media and for Viatech, and they were very successful. And then those students who were working on those projects graduated, and so then Aila came to our school that year, and I'm like, well, let's keep going on these big projects. And so we had pitched Viatech this crazy light wall for the airport. That was a huge project, and that was a little bit beyond Aila's expertise. But the nice thing is that I had coordinated all these other different people to help us. I coordinated Limbic, Ladies Learning Code, Viatech, another tech company. I had all these people helping us, so it would have been possible, but it really was too large of a project. And so then we scaled that down into this pyramid. So I did a circus show last year, and my friend built me this crazy angle iron pyramid thing, and I'm like, well, we actually didn't even use it in the show, and so I'm like, well, let's light it up. And so we brought it here, and then I didn't realize how much power was actually needed to run this thing, and so it kind of worked, but then it didn't after a while, and there's just too many connections, there's so many things, there's too much troubleshooting. And so then after that, I'm like, we gotta salvage the project into something, and this is what we've got. We've came up with this sign, and I think it's really cool. I'm really happy with how it turned out, actually. I think from all of that, we've actually got something that's pretty beautiful. Yeah, and so it's our logo, it's the school's logo.
Tedious. This project has gone over 2 years, been programmed several times, several different times, soldering all the LEDs together, then unsoldering them and resoldering them when we found a problem, mounting them and then taking them off, and continuously shaping things. It's been very tedious.
I would say, what's the word for, like, if you bite off too much more than you can chew? I bit off more than I can chew. So maybe not a word, maybe it's a phrase for me. I bit off more than I can chew in some things. But I always do that because I'm an entrepreneur, and you always just go, you just do it, you just try. And then if it doesn't work, you learn from your mistakes, and you keep pivoting, reiterating, trying to do new things and inventing. And so we eventually got something out of it, even though it wasn't the original intention, we still got something really cool.
I think I'm finished with the project. I would not do it again. I think next I'd like to take the knowledge of how to work with LEDs and how to program in Arduino and power and all that, and just do a smaller scale project, maybe something a little bit more closer to robotics.
Yes, I would definitely do these kinds of projects again. I feel that working on things like this are incredibly cool. It's amazing what you can do in your garage these days. I mean, it's just incredible with like the power of Arduinos and microcontrollers now. It's just incredible what can be done. And so I would love, and there's so much work involved in it. So there's so many competencies to build, like responsibility, planning, creativity, critical thinking, collaboration. Like it's just so many things to be involved with in making something like this. And so yes, I would love to continue to see these kinds of projects being built at the school.